And we're back. After another lengthy hiatus, it is time to continue the ranking every song in the Trails series music tier list. Yeah, it's been a while again since the last video, but I did not come empty-handed this time. I a couple weeks ago went to Japan for 2 weeks. It's my second time going to Japan, but this time I made it a point to amass some Trails merchandise. I'm going to show you guys some of that haul before we get back into the action. Um, so start off simple. We got a little Mishi like notepad of sorts, like little sticky notes you can flip through. Had to get some Mishi merch. They had Mishi plushes, but they were the Daybreak version, which I'm a little less keen on. We got a Fee coaster, like Fee from in Daybreak form, an old drink coaster. So that's also pretty cool. What else we got here? We got a big one. This one's pretty crazy. They didn't have many shirts, but they did have a Altina shirt. Still have it in the wrapping, so it's not that visible, but as you can see, it's an Altina shirt. Her Cold Steel 2 design with Black Rabbit in text on the shirt. Pretty fitting since we're doing Cold Steel 2 this video. And finally, the cream of the crop, um, slight, or not very slight to be honest, Reverie spoilers coming up. We got a C plush. Like, this is so good. It's amazing that I was able to find this. This was just happened to be in the trails section of the store I was looking at. Got a C plush, and the mask does come off. So spoilers incoming. You can take off the mask and reveal Rufus underneath the mask, which is just so incredible. So lucky to have found this, and all this wasn't too pricey either. I mean, it wasn't cheap. This plush was about $50. Um, but other than that, pretty good deals overall. The store was G Store. That's Gee Store in Akihabara. If anyone ends up going to Japan is interested in finding where I found this stuff. There's also one other store that had some trail stuff, but I'm blanking on the name. This was the main one that had a really notable trails section. I got most of everything from that store. So just the little aside there to want to show you guys that, since obviously if you're watching this, you're a Trails fan, I assume. Um, but with that out of the way, it's time to get back into the tier list. So we left off after Cold Steel 1. It was a really lengthy one. Cold Steel 1's OST had 87 songs. That was by far the most we've seen in an OST thus far. This one is a lot more reasonable, only 51, so that's 36 less songs than we saw the last time. And Cold Steel 2 is another case. I said this, I believe, last time in the Cold Steel 1 video. It's been a long time since I played this game because I did the play order where you start with Cold Steel 1 and Cold Steel 2 before going back to Sky FC. So I played this game in 2020, 2021 maybe, so it's been like 4 or 5 years. So a lot of this I'm going to be not unfamiliar with. Obviously, I heard it when I played, but pretty unfamiliar with, I guess you could say. So this will be an interesting practice. But without further ado, let's just get into it with Ashen Chronicles. Right off the bat, I'm not really sure what the song is, or like when it plays. I'm gonna have to scroll way down. I have ads all over the screen because you have to disable ad block on the site. This feels like it would play in an intro, but not the opening, with the Japanese lyrics, obviously, but they usually have like two intros. One is like an instrumental sort of thing where it goes through the characters like this, and then then there's the anime opening, right? I'm guessing this is the former. So, as before, I'm not going to listen to the entirety of every song because it'd be here all night. So I'm going to do a bit of skipping around. Honestly, pretty unremarkable start. I don't think it's a bad song by any means, but this feels like a top of C type of song to me. So that's where I'm going to put it. And then we'll move on to Senko no Yukue opening size. This is the anime opening song, more or less. So I mentioned last time, Ashita no Kodo, which is the CS1 anime opening, is actually one of my favorite songs in the series and my favorite opening. This one doesn't match up to me. It's okay, but I don't know how high I'm going to be able to put this, if I'm honest. I think this is going to like border between C and B for me. Go to the chorus. Yeah, I remember this song quite well. You know, CS1 and 2 being the first two games I played, got a lot of nostalgia. So it really takes me back, but yeah, I mean, I don't think this belongs in C. I think that would be disrespectful. I will put this into the B tier, but near the bottom of B, I think is pretty reasonable. Again, so like I said the last few episodes, when it gets to this level where we're dealing with this massive amount of songs, I'm not going to really think about, oh, is this song above Release from the Spell? Is it above Town Where the Lights Went Out? It's more so just like, I'll nail a area, like low B, and just plop it in there somewhere. Obviously, when it comes to like top 5 contenders, top 20 contenders, and A tier, more thought will go into the exact placing for those, but when it comes to B, C, just gonna throw it in around the area I think it should go. Okay, so this, yeah, this plays a lot. Wintry Arrival probably first plays in Ymir, I'm assuming. First impression is pretty good, to be honest. I remember liking this song. Long-ass song. Let's go to most replayed. There's a couple of most replays. I think this is another case of a song that's a bit too good for me to put in C, but obviously it's nothing like too crazy. And when it comes to like, you know, the default like road kind of themes, it's pretty good, but there are more like iconic ones in the series to me. Like Sky SC and Zero come to mind for like really good, just on the road at the beginning of the game kind of themes, if that makes sense. So I'll plop this right around there and call it a day. Heated Minds, this is the battle theme. And truthfully, as far as default battle themes go in this series, I think this one might be last place for me. And that might sound harsh, but there are a lot of really good default battle themes in this series, and this one kind of just doesn't stand up for me. With that said, it's probably going to go in C. Not sure exactly where in C, probably just somewhere in the middle. Yeah, this song just doesn't do a lot for me, and as a song you're going to be hearing a lot as the default battle theme, that's kind of disappointing. I mean, the only other songs I would put near it, near the bottom of the default battle theme rankings for me, are like Daybreak 2, Azure. They're also kind of in the same vein as like just not doing a whole lot for me. But yeah, not much more to say about it. This is probably the low health theme, I suppose. So this song doesn't really go anywhere, does it? Feeling like a lowish C tier to me. I feel like past low health themes are a bit more dynamic. Oh, this song is really good. Recognize it from the name. It's at least B. Kind of have to decide where in B, or if it even makes A, maybe. I associate this song mostly with when Keldic gets burned down, but it plays a few times. I think it also plays in like Nord, and this is just a really amazing atmospheric song. Yeah, it's really impressive. Getting like AI vibes right now, like AI the Somnium Files. But then it goes back into Trails mode. Yeah, this part's really nice. It's close, but I don't think it's gonna quite sneak into A tier for me. I think I'll probably have it around here, like top of A. It's a really nice piece. Favorite song so far from where I'm at. Let's go to Reunion. Okay, this one plays a lot. That's a bit of a second wind here. Sorry for jumping around so much. I do like this piece, or this part, I should say. This might sneak into B. I think this, yeah, I was gonna put it in C, but I think this narrowly makes its way into B for me. Ymir Canyon. Oh, it's this song. This is a really nice atmospheric piece as well. That's something that I think that Cold Steel 1 and 2 do quite well, is atmospheric songs to go with their, like, you know, like mountains and caverns and such. I didn't explain that very well, but I think Cold Steel 1 and 2 in particular are just pretty good at that. And maybe just Cold Steel in general. Because Cold Steel 4 at least has a road theme I really like off the top of my head. Yeah, this is for sure at least gonna be B. Probably like middle of B. Because it's not, this song doesn't like knock my socks off, but it's a really nice song to go in the background when you're traversing up the snowy mountain in Ymir. perhaps just around here. Middle will be. Seems a good spot to me. Yeah, it's a really nice song to listen to. Probably first plays when you fight the big, excuse me, armor thing at the end of the snow path. So far, it sounds pretty generic. Yeah, this is like almost sort of a we have Sky SC at home type of song, isn't it? Very similar vibes, it just doesn't really hit the same. It's adding its own like cold steel style on it here, actually. The more like techno trancey type of stuff that's really prominent in Cold Steel 1 and 2. Oh, I do like this part. Yeah, that's gonna push into B. I do like this part. Throw it around middle lowish B. A little too aggressive on it, but yeah, middle low B. Awakening. Oh, okay. This is probably a Valinor song. This is what I was talking about, by the way. Like the techno trance sort of thing that just 1 and 2 really jive with. Certainly present in this song. Does the song go anywhere, though, is my question. It kind of just stagnates. It's not doing a whole lot for me, if I'm honest. I'll throw it in bottom of B. I think is pretty reasonable. Move to the Witch of the Abyss. Vita song? Based on the name, you would assume. I don't remember the song at all. Nice piano. The whole fucking thing is most replayed. Where am I supposed to go? That as background instruments and the foreground for that matter. This song is also pretty stagnant. It doesn't not very dynamic. Kind of just feels like it wants to be something more than it is. Just doesn't really get there. I think this is actually going to stay in C for me. I think I've been a little too generous. These last few songs. I think this one's gotta stay in C. So I'll have it at the top of C. Okay, instant recognizing of this. Yeah, this is instantly at least B. roads, trails, no pun intended, paths, whatever you want to call them, but yeah, hell yeah. Okay, throwing this near the top of B. I like this song a lot. I think it's a really good road theme. Just had to trudge along. Oh, okay. For some reason, I associate this song with trial chests in this game. I feel like, is this the song that plays when you're in that big open area that has the first cryptid of, like, the hippo Volglyph, I think it's called? Don't ask me how I remember that. That's where my brain went. This is a nice piece. It's at least gonna be B. Have us probably above Ymir Canyon, so pretty close, realistically. Maybe like here, middle of B. It's a good song. Bring up trust. Okay, it's like a mini boss theme. I've heard this song a lot, to be honest, so I'm not going to think about it too much. I don't really think this hits A tier for me, though. Yeah, I like this song, and I definitely liked it a lot more, you know, back in the day. But this doesn't hit A tier for me, and so far we're at nothing in the A tier or above for this game, which, I mean, there's a lot of OST left, so that's not a problem. Yeah, like I said, Cold Steel 2 really handles these atmospheric pieces really well in this game. You know, mountains, caverns, caves, etc. Yeah. This will be B, but probably lower end of B, I think, is a fair assessment. We'll just throw that there and call it a day. Law of the Battlefield. Okay, so like a shit's about to go down, fighting like Vulcan or something type of song. This one's gonna hold in C for me, actually. Not a huge fan. It just, like, the implementations of the electric guitar are nice, but it kind of feels like a bit of a nothing song for me, to some degree. But it's not bad, so I will hold it in C at least. Next song is one I've heard quite a bit, and that's Severe Blow. So this, I think, functions primarily as like an Ouroboros theme in this game. I don't think they only use it for Ouroboros members. but it's definitely very similar to Fateful Confrontation. And it even, like, borrows a leitmotif, like, directly from it at some point, I believe. Yeah, I think this song is for sure gonna go in A. It's gonna be my first A plus of the OST. It's just a matter of where. And again, I've heard this song a lot, so I don't really think too much is gonna change of my opinion, but it's been a minute. My favorite part comes here at the most replayed section for sure. This part just fucking hits different. Just like here, yeah. Yeah, this song is great. It's definitely another one that's gone down over the years for me. Like, before probably would have been in the top 20 contenders, but I think I'm gonna hold it in A. Here's the Fateful Confrontation part, which is a nice callback. I appreciate that detail a lot. Yeah, I feel good about this placement though, for the time being at least. Alright, let's go to Gambling Strike. Short song here. No idea when this song plays. This song did absolutely nothing for me, I'll be honest. I wouldn't call it necessarily like actively bad to put it into D, but it's definitely like bottom of C. Let's go next to Relief Towards Tomorrow. Chill vibe song. Does this one sneak into B? Yeah, it does. Just throwing that in bottom of B and calling it a day. Warmth of Soaking One's Feet. Definitely heard this song a lot. It's the Ymir song, and it plays every time you fast travel back to Ymir to soak in the foot bath and restore your CP for free. That being said, I'm not sure how I really feel about the song as a whole. This doesn't feel like a C tier either. I think I'm also gonna throw this into B. Slightly reluctantly, but we'll throw that into B. Bottom. Chasing After the Mountain Hare. So this is like a kind of like Take the Windward, but it isn't. But I think this is also like a snowboarding song. This is like Take the Windward, except it's like a more troll version, honestly. This one is gonna be a C tier. This is, I'm gonna be honest, this is almost D. Like, this song is kind of annoying. I don't think I'll put it that low, but I'm not a fan. Blitzkrieg. Not really familiar with where exactly this plays. Feels like we're like infiltrating a fortress or something, but I'm not familiar with the exact usage. Weird song. Oh, I love this part. Alright, you got me. Going in B. Oh, fuck, man. This is actually going up quick. Middle of B, I think. Feels fair. Just throw that there and call it day. Altina. Love me some Altina. What is the Altina song, though? Altina, definitely one of my favorite characters in the series, probably top 5. As you can probably tell from this channel's avatar. Definitely see what they're going for in the song. It's not really doing a whole lot for me, though. It's a nice piano. No real second win in the song either. But I guess that would be kind of inappropriate for what's supposed to be like kind of a chill, like monotone, one-note song as like Altina kind of is, you know. I'll put it in B, but it's gonna be near the bottom of B. And we'll head on to Majesty. Generic, like army kind of theme. That's what my first impression is. Yeah. Very much getting those vibes. Okay, this is like the most C-tier song I've ever heard, so I'm just gonna kind of put it smack dab in the middle of C and call it a day. This one, though, is not. Take the Win Word is a banger. Possibly my favorite song from this game. So it's minimum going A. And then the question is where. This song first plays when you're snowboarding, of all things. It then also plays later when you're like doing a recovery mission of hostages from a ship, which is a lot more appropriate. But this shit just goes fucking insane, in my opinion. It's at least above the late game, I would say. It's so good. It just goes so unreasonably hard for what's initially intended to be a snowboarding song. Like, what are we even doing? God damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna put this like near. I might be underranking this. I'm gonna put it like here. I mean, this like borderline goes in the top 20 contenders, but I think for now I'm gonna put it near the top of A and move to Transcend Beat. This is a really good song. I like this song a lot. Man, this song is just like, it's so different, right, from so much of the stuff you hear in this series. And it's in a good way. It's not just different for the sake of being different. This shit just goes fucking insane mode. And it gets better too. I remember the part where it goes do 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 do, and that shit's fucking slaps. That's probably what this is. In a moment. Yeah, this is going in A. Probably like near the bottom of A. I like this song a lot. Do I like it more than the Glint of Cold Steel though? That's close. So maybe I have this underranked if anything, but yeah, I feel okay about this right now. The giant silver ship. I'm assuming this refers to the Pantagruel. What is that song? Like, that just popped into my head, and I don't even know what song that is. The one that goes... Whatever that is that I just did is a fucking banger. I actually don't know what song it is, so if anyone in the comments knows what I just did, feel free to let me know. Now I just have that stuck in my head, and I don't even know what song it is. With that said, this is entirely unremarkable and is going in the C tier. Unfortunately. Forward Relentlessly. Oh, this is the title screen theme. Interesting that's showing up 28 out of 51. They normally put those at the end of the playlist. Yeah, definitely some Class 7 vibes, like the song Class 7 vibes from this one, but it is, you know, like kind of just a worse version, similar as what I said for CS2's opening compared to CS1's opening, and CS2's battle thing. Like, a lot of this OST to me is kind of just, we have Cold Steel 1 at home, right? And there are exceptions to that, of course, don't get me wrong. It's interesting, because I saw a Reddit thread recently that was like a Trails Music Awards where they polled a large sample of people on a bunch of different categories, and one of them was like best overall album, so like best single game OST, right? And the winner was Cold Steel 2, which is so interesting to me because that is not, I don't, like, obviously I've got, you know, half the OST left to go, but based on memory, I don't think I would put this game's OST even in like top half of the series for me. So, and maybe I'll end up feeling differently, but this one's going like bottom of B. So yeah, it's interesting. I like this song. This is like the courageous, well, yeah, it's in the fucking title, but plays on the Courageous. But, I mean, this is like, you know... It's... I was about to actually, like, down-talk it. But this is, like, such an uplifting, like... I don't know, it really hits, like, the notes that it's going for, you know what I mean? Like, this is supposed to be, like, you're starting your new adventure. Like, it's so, like, triumphant and uplifting, and I think that's the note that it's supposed to hit, and I think it just does. So I actually take back what I was about to say. I'm gonna put this in B. It's memorable, too. I mean, you hear it a lot, don't get me wrong, and that's part of it, but... yeah, this is... I don't know what I would liken this song to, because it's definitely hitting some nostalgic part of my brain for some other series, but it's a really nice song, actually. I'm gonna put it in the middle of B. Awakening Will. Okay. This one is another one you hear a lot. It's also in the Courageous, but in the more, like, serious, try-hard kind of moments. My favorite part about this song is that it calls back to Sky Third, which is really fucking cool. And I will go to the part that I'm talking about. It's probably most replayed. This is really fucking deep in the song. No, it's here, actually. So this part of the song plays in Sky Third when you're in the Hermit's Garden at the end of the game, before you take off on the Arcee, which is really cool. I love that they do this callback, because the Courageous, you know, is Olivier's wings, and it just draws this really cool parallel, because Sky Third is when you get the lore dump about Olivier and Osborne through the Star Door, and yeah, I'm just like gushing at this point with how good Trail's writing is. But the song itself, while I like it, I don't think I can put it above B for me. This part's really fucking good too, though. God damn. Like, it's gonna go near the top of B for me, actually. Like, this is a really, this is a high impact song. For sure. Yeah, I'll throw it around top of B. Call it a day. High impact is the way I put it. To gamble all or nothing. Definitely recognize the song, but I don't really remember where it plays. Okay. And this is ringing more of a bell now. Kind of feels like I'm going through like a fortress or something of the sort. Pretty good song, but it feels like a mid-low B, all things considered. Not really, but really aggressive horns in the background, which I feel bittersweet about. I like it and I dislike it. It's bold, if nothing else. It's really, yeah, really aggressive percussion in this song. Let's go to A Quiet Decision. Probably a different vibe. Very much so, yeah. no clue when this plays, but it's pretty nice and relaxing. Never mind, the song just completely changed, but now I recognize it. Sound like a broken record at this point, but it feels like a mid to low B. Yeah, very familiar now. Let's move on to heteromorphy. Long song. Feels like a boss theme. I'll get some else replayed. Okay, it's this song. Yeah. Now I recognize it a bit more. This part. Yeah, I was gonna say that the song isn't really going anywhere after 2 minutes, but it does end up kicking up with that section, but then it kind of loops around. Feels like the song should be doing more for me than it is. But ultimately, I think I'm gonna throw it bottom of B. Feels a bit harsh, but that's how I feel about it, I guess. To the irreplaceable people. Okay, yeah. Wow, this is an emotional one. Okay, yeah. This is a very Cold Steel song. I will say that. Instantly recognizable as such. Yeah, this definitely belongs in B. I'll throw it like middle-ish of B. Hostilities. Not very familiar off the bat. Not only do I not remember this song, it's also just not doing a whole lot for me. It's probably going to be a C tier unless it just really kicks into a second gear pretty soon. Huh? No, not really. Yeah, it's going to go like middle C. Yeah, nothing going in this one, really. Very mid to low C. Lucifin lied, or Lucifin lead, maybe. Probably was that, actually. Maybe I'm just thinking of Elfin lead. What the fuck is this song? We're near an end game. sure. Shit's going down, that much is certain. Yeah, this is another one where it feels like the intent is for this to have a lot of impact. But I'm just whelmed. I know, I'm very whelmed. I'm gonna go middle of C for this one too, I think. Maybe that's harsh? I don't know, but that's certainly how I feel. Alright, Phantasmal Blaze, long song. Okay, yeah, recognize this. So this is like the last song, except they actually like were like, alright, let's get serious here. Let's stop messing around. Phantasmal Blaze plan's been getting teased since Sky 3rd. We gotta really make this song have some fucking impact. See what song is coming next, and I'm excited for that one, I can tell you that. I scrolled way past where I was supposed to be. Run out of songs here. In CS2, I mean. Not in the tier list, as you can see, there's a bunch of shits we haven't done. There's a lot of it's like evolutions and such. Is this like the final dungeon theme? Or are we too early for that? I think this is probably the final dungeon theme, actually. That's the vibes, at least. Most we played all the way down at 313. This is a nice song, but it's not really... Like, comparatively to Cold Steel 1's final dungeon theme, it leaves a lot to be desired. And that's just a common theme I'm noticing through this OST, is that comparatively to Cold Steel 1's, you know, it's around, like, it's got solid songs, but anytime there's been like a direct parallel of song from Cold Steel 1 to Cold Steel 2, it feels like the Cold Steel 2 version just doesn't stack up. Anyone watching this who's like a big fan of the Cold Steel 2 OST probably fucking hates me, and I apologize, this is just my opinion, of course. But yeah, it's gonna go middle B in the case of Phantasmal Blaze. Now, Blue Destination is a fucking classic, iconic song in the series, and is going minimum A, and I will have to consider just how high it does go, because I said earlier Take the Windward was my favorite song in the game, possibly. Forgot about this one. This one is a very good argument to be my favorite song in the game. 2.9 million views, by the way. That's an absurd amount for the Trails series. I shouldn't just sit here and listen to the whole song. I've heard this song a million times. We're just gonna go deep to a most replayed section. I mean, this surely has to be a top 20 contender, right? Like, let's not kid ourselves. It's going into top 20 contenders. Just an absolute fucking classic. Yeah, off rip, I think I would put it around here. But that's gonna take some more contemplation once we get to the end of this journey and then have to actually form our top 20. But right now we've got 11 songs in top 20 contenders, so that leaves 9 spots open, hypothetically. Granted, we have, after this game, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Honestly, by the time that we get there, probably 6 games remaining, because I think that by the time I get there, the English release of the NA release of Beyond the Horizon will be out, and I will have played it, so I'll be able to make a video for that one too. So I've been putting, except for Kai and Nayuta and the evolutions, in the description of all these videos, but it's probably not going to end up being true, because I think I will end up doing Kai. What the fuck is this? And why does it go hard? That's a volume increase. So presumably this is like the final boss theme, would be my guess. I mean, obviously Blue Destination kind of is, because it plays when you fight Crow, but yeah, this definitely more so screams like a final boss theme in the way that like Great Power is, right? This shit has me getting up out of my seat. This one might borderline need a full listen, because I've not heard this song very much, I don't think. I won't do quite a full listen. Go ahead here. God, man. I love this kind of shit. I'm ascending. Big, Great Power vibes from this song. And this is A tier at least for sure. But you're gonna hate me. Maybe I have to have second thoughts. I don't know. I was about to say it's the same theme as the rest of what I've been saying about Cold Steel 1 versus Cold Steel 2 OSTs. Is that it's like the parallel from Cold Steel 1 is just better. And in this case, that's Great Power. But this song is really fucking good. It's making me think maybe that's not the case. But yeah, I think it's going to go around here, you know, middle top of A. It's a really good song, but again, what I was saying, and I gave it a really fair chance, and this, I've not heard this song a lot, but it's really fucking good. God damn. Okay, now shit's getting sad, because of the stuff that happens at the end of the game. really gonna put the Blue Destination riff in there? That's cruel. That's cruel. But genius. It's very similar to the Whereabouts of Hope from Sky SC when it kicks into the Merciless Savior theme. That shit hits very hard. And this is a similar type of thing. So the song essentially boils down to sad Blue Destination. And the question is, how far does that go for me? Does that hit it into A? I don't think it does, but I feel good about top of B. Let's go to Inner Twilight. Very different. Off the Rip. Oh, this is the one that goes like... Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Another sad song, actually. Once it gets to the end, it gets really hard. Because everything is just really fucking good. Throw it like middle-ish of B. Feels fair. Restored Memories. Just chaining sad song after devastating song after heartbreaking song. Like they're not fucking around anymore. And especially with the song that's coming next. Good lord. This one's pretty low on the views, and I'm not super familiar with it, so it kind of makes sense. Might be like an obscure one-play kind of song. I mean, it's not bad, but doesn't do a whole lot for me. I think I'll put it like bottom of B type of song. Move on to a big hitter, I'll Remember You. When this kicked in, when I was playing the game, oh man, I was in a bad spot. And granted, with the power of hindsight, I do know that the consequences of the end of this game get kind of invalidated later in the series, which admittedly does retrospectively hurt the impact level of songs like this, but it doesn't change how I felt in the moment, right? When playing this game. most are played are just the chorus. For good reason. It goes hard. Destination again. Just throw it in anywhere, it's gonna fucking hit. Skip ahead, but this shit's kind of really fucking good, bro. Yeah, not what I'm left at a loss for words here. This is a really good song. It's not quite to the level of some of the other like credit songs in the series. Obviously, you can see some of them up here. Like I Swear, Hoshinarika, Looking Up at the Sky. Like there's some really fucking good ones in the series, and this is among them. But it is quite good, near the top of A tier for me. So let's go to the Sunlight is right. Okay, yeah, it's Cold Steel 2 really made an interesting decision in that they didn't choose to end the game around this part when that all goes down. Instead, there's a little bit of a time skip, and you go to just chill in Trista for a bit. Very strange decision. And then you end up going to the Reverie Corridor. That's a whole nother thing. Yeah. And then you play as Lloyd and Risha. It's just... I don't know what they were doing, but... bottom of B. Phantom Glimmer. Oh, I actually really like this song, I think. I think this song plays in Cold Steel 4. And I remember looking for it, and I couldn't find it. But the reason is because it plays here first, and this is the song. Suddenly, everything makes sense. This shit is fucking beautiful, man. Yeah, this is gonna go in A. This is a really nice fucking song, and I didn't even know it was in this game. I thought this was a Cold Steel 4 song. So probably plays like once in this game. I just forgot about it. Really great piece. It's gonna probably be like bottom of A. I don't want to be too aggressive here, but this is a really good good song. Very big fan. Reverie Corridor. So, Reverie Corridor, most prominent in a later game, but it first makes its appearance here, which is pretty cool. Again, weird decision by the game to include this part of the game at all, but it was fun. How's the song, though? Not doing a whole lot for me. It feels like a B. Oh, I do like this part. Maybe like middle B is an apt choice. To a glimmering. Oh. I mean, this is like the real final boss theme. Because you do the final fight in the Reverie Corridor, and it's against, like, Loa Erebonius times 2, or whatever the fuck it is, and this plays. It's a really fucking good song. I forgot about this song. This is a really good song. Oh, well, Luciferian. Yeah, you know, I question the decision for the Trista section and this Reverie Corridor section and the Lloyd Risha and Geofront, all of that to exist in the first place, but I mean, it's pretty memorable and it hits pretty hard and it's fun to play, so who am I to judge? And this song is really fucking great. It's just so uplifting. It's like, here's to our future kind of a song. I mean, that's literally basically the name of the song, right? And so that's what they were going for, and they hit the nail on the head, really. How can I not put this in A, right? It's just beautiful. Cold Steel 2 hitting strong in the back end. I gotta give credit where it's due, man. I had some critiques of this OST as a whole, but honestly, it hasn't had too much land in like the C tier. A lot of it's been B, and there's not too much of it up here near the top, but it's at the end here, it's starting to sneak a lot into the A and up tiers. Really beautiful song this was. For those you hold dear. Back to sad. Wow, 7-minute song on the horizon, I see. big Cold Steel energy here. That's for sure. It's a nice piece. It's not doing that much for me, but this is like a nice, serene kind of song that I feel good about putting in the B tier, mid-low. Let's move on. Yeah, it's about time for everyone to head out and Reen to still be in school. I'll tell you what. Cold Steel 3 coming up hits like crack, and the ending of this game is a big part of why. So to give credit where it's due for Cold Steel 2's ending, not ending at the encounter with Crow and everything that happens there, this ending is quite emotional and quite impactful. So yeah, I don't know. Despite this game adding so much after that feels questionable and seemingly just refusing to end, this ending sequence is quite nice. I guess they could have included it without the whole, last day, free day in Trista, and then Reverie Corridor and everything else, but I do appreciate, what this is. Song's nice. Doesn't, I guess, hit for me in the way I would hope, but it's a low B for me. Maybe that's anticlimactic after that big-ass speech I just gave. Striking resemblance here to A Glittering Tomorrow. I need to stop reading these comments. I'm like gonna fucking cry if I keep reading that. Oh man. For all the shit Cold Steel gets from the fandom, I mean, Trails is so good that even the worst part of the series can be so emotional and hard-hitting and impactful. And it's crazy. I think Cold Steel 2 is my least favorite game in the Trails series. And it's still so good. It's, yeah. Hey, Trails' Peak. That's the channel name. So this is more or less just Glimmering Tomorrow. What's the... It's different, of course, but it's largely similar. I do like the boss fight version more, so this probably won't go into A for me, but it's probably going to be near the top of B, I would guess. There's 4 minutes left in this song, so... Oh, the song just completely changes, okay. This is like 5 different songs in one. What is the next thing? Is that even... Oh yeah, they do that every time. There's always the full version of the opening. Yeah, I applaud this song for being so dynamic and having so many different layers to it, but it doesn't super work for me in this case, I don't think. So I'm gonna probably put this around middle of B, actually. Feels appropriate. Destination it up a bit. I think I would just earn a bit of this nice ending. Opening again, is this on the list even? Yeah, the art's different, but I think I am meant to add this to the list. The art's not different in the other cases like this, which is a little odd. But yeah, I'll probably do what I did for all the other cases like this. I'm just gonna put it right with the other version that seems most appropriate. Now it's the find it challenge. The way I put that in C, right? Sure not. It's in B, I think. There it is. So most likely I'll like this one a bit more just because it's the full version. That's tended to be the case in the past. Like you got here, like similar type of thing. So I guess I'll talk a bit about this game's OST as we finish things off here. I don't know why I did that big hand motion. Yeah, Cold Steel 2, the OST, I still stand by what I said before, that I think it's really odd that this OST won, like, community-wide poll for what your favorite OST is, more or less, in that Reddit Trails Music Awards thing. I think from the games I've gone through so far, those being Sky, FCSC 3rd, Zero Azure, Cold Steel 1, and now this game, I think this game has my least favorite OST of the 7. I mean, actually, I take that back. It's probably above Sky FC. Sky FC has some really heavy hitters, notably like Silver Will, Hoshino Arika. Sophisticated Fight, of course, is a classic, but it has a lot more condensation in this C tier as you go lower. You can see a lot of Sky FC, and also the most in D tier, which I actually didn't put anything from this OST in, to be fair, so actually I'll take that back. I think Sky FC probably would be last place on my rankings as far as which OSTs I like the most and least. Also, this is a really nice part that is not in the TV size, so definitely the right choice to have this one slightly above the other version. Yeah, I mean, I think my favorite OST to this point is still Sky SC. And then after that, probably Sky 3rd, honestly. Maybe Azure. Probably Azure. By Sky SC, Azure, Sky 3rd. Cold Steel 1, 0. Cold Steel 2, Sky FC. That would probably be my rankings to this point of each game's OST as a whole. But it's tough because they're all just really good. Like, even Cold Steel 2 and Sky FC, which I feel like I was being a little harsh on, they've got representation up here. Cold Steel 2 didn't have a lot of duds, you know, I'll say that. Like, any song I didn't really care for, there was nothing I really actively disliked. The closest thing that was to that for me was this Chasing After the Mountain Hare song. That bordered on annoying for me, in which case I would put in D, because D tier is where I would put like songs that I consider annoying or maybe actively dislike, but nothing really got to that level for me in Cold Steel 2. I guess also Gambling Strike here, but that one was just a case of one that's just so damn generic and boring that I had to put it down here, but again, not quite to D, because it didn't like bother me necessarily. But anyways, I'm rambling. that's the Cold Steel 2 OST. Um, my favorite song from the game was Blue Destination, which made its way into top 20 contenders. Honorable mentions to Take the Windward, great song. I'll Remember You, really good song. EOV, song I honestly largely forgot about that is really quite good. Severe Blow is a classic. Phantom Glimmer, a song that I had been looking for before, couldn't find, found it here. Transcend Beat to a Glimmering Tomorrow. Really nice OST. Again, doesn't live up to the level of some of the past ones I've gone through already, but um, really interested to get into Cold Steel 3 because that's what's coming up next, and I think that's where we see kind of a shift in styling, if I remember correctly. So we'll have to see what I think about that one in the next video. So thank you all for watching. If you've stuck around this long, appreciate it. Appreciate all the comments, feedback, and support. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.